Tonight we start with the ongoing wildfires burning across the state. Fast-moving flames forcing evacuations and threatening structures at this hour. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Laura Painter.
And I'm Chris Thomas. The Pedro Fire is growing as we speak in Tuolumne and Mariposa County. Take a look. It started this afternoon in Tuolumne County near Lake Don Pedro and is now threatening at least 500 structures. The fire has burned more than 2,600 acres and is just 5% contained. Now, the cause of that fire is still under investigation, but I do want to show you the live evacuation map. Evacuation orders are now in place for Piney Creek Road and Arbolado Road, with warnings for parts of Highway 132 on the north and south side. Tonight, deputies in Tuolumne County also issued warnings for Hunters Valley Road and Detweiler Road. So stay with ABC 10 for updates on air and online at abc10.com. Meanwhile, Monica, these fires are now having an impact on air quality.
Certainly are, yeah, especially around the Pedro Fire, putting off a lot of smoke earlier for today. That's near Copperopolis as well. A little bit higher population that we're dealing with, especially around that Pedro Fire. Here you can see the air map where those orange and red dots are indicating some unhealthy air. Really high concentrations of that at the Park Fire, just simply because it's a much larger fire. Earlier today, the smoke was kind of settling into the lowest part of the valley, and then things really started to flare up during the evening. And that's where we're seeing some of that smoke still coming out of that fire. As far as the Pedro Fire, this is earlier today. You can see that little plume of smoke kind of pushing its way through the northern San Joaquin Valley. And unfortunately, these winds are not going to scour it out for tonight. They're already starting to back off as we transition into a warmer weather pattern. So watch this map here. You'll see the higher concentration starting to fill in for the Tahoe Basin, parts of the foothills, and the mother lode for tomorrow morning. And then it will kind of stay in place throughout the afternoon, just simply because we don't have those strong winds. Temperatures, meantime, a little bit warmer tonight, 60s and 70s down low for the valley, with highs tomorrow back in the mid-90s.
Okay, Monica, we'll check back in shortly. Do want to show you some new satellite images of the Park Fire. It continues to threaten homes in Butte, Tehama, Plumas, and Shasta County. The fire started almost a week ago, and firefighters have been busy trying to increase containment. But you can see just how widespread the smoke has become. Keep in mind, the fire has burned more than 3 times the surface area of Lake Tahoe.
That's excellent perspective. Now, the fire is now closing in on almost 400,000 acres burned as of tonight. So here's a look at where things stand right now. The fire is now the 5th largest in our state's history at more than 386,000 acres burned. CAL FIRE says the perimeter is 260 miles. It's now 18% contained, up from 14. More than 5,500 professionals from all across California and the U.S. are working to fight the fire.
Just hours ago, State Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara released a statement reminding evacuees that home or renter's insurance may help with evacuation and relocation costs. That includes food and housing, furniture rental, relocation and storage, among other things. And be sure to keep all receipts during the evacuation. Of course, don't forget, you can get the latest updates on the fires burning all across the state by downloading the free ABC 10 app.